Chairman Powell, making paper every hour. Chairman Powell, he got that money power. Hater on his side, watch him rise and devour. Yeah, he's the chairman of the board, making moves that empower.
Chair Powell, making moves every hour. Speaking of that, we might have an incoming transmission from the future. Hold up here.
I was going to come out here and say some bullshit about how the economy will be fine, but you're fucked. So instead, I have a special announcement to make. Because you all have been so adamant about using algorithms to trade every single syllable of what I say with 25 fucking times leverage, I will present what I have today in the form of poetry. I hope this inspires even greater volatility. You will all blow up in 60 seconds. Here goes. Oh, gather round, you Wall Street clowns. I've got a tale to tell. It's about the Fed, where I break bread, and how we're riding this carousel. We're guiding for a soft landing, like a feather on a breezy. But let's be real. It's more like landing on a bed of rusty nails and bees. You think your fucking calls matter? You think your puts give me fright? I'll gobble up your premium, like a honey badger in the night. Oh, I'd rather be on vacation, sipping cocktails by the sea. But here I am in this Fed nation, battling the monster called inflation. Can't you see? So here's the deal. Let's keep it real. Stagflation's knocking at the door, but life's a ride. Can't always glide. It's the journey that we're all here for. So fuck your puts. Fuck your calls. I got you all by the balls. God bless the blessed money printer.
Wow, very out of character there for Chair Powell. Almost as if that's the deep fake from 2 years ago. Shout out to Trader Podcast, whoever made this. Actually hilarious. Just figured we started off on a positive little note here. Give me 1 sec. Got to make sure the stream is steady. I'm going to play our favorite tune one more time.
Chairman Powell, money machine going bird. Chairman Powell, he ain't playing this a blur. Gotta follow the data, ain't no time to air. Watch him speak now with that Tom Crown flair. Yeah, Chairman, he's the captain of the crew. Navigating through the markets, knowing what to do. Federal Reserves in control, making moves. Keeping that money flowing so the economy can groove. Chairman Powell, making paper every hour. Chairman Powell, he got that money power. Hater on his side, watch him rise and devour. Yeah, he's the chairman of the board, making moves that empower.
There it is. There she blows. All right, boys. All right. Everything looks pretty operational. Nothing's breaking down quite yet. We are streaming to many platforms here today. If you're on YouTube, you may see a very tall, thin stream. We have the mobile stream up. If you're not on your phone, join us on the main one. Just navigate over on the channel page and join the fam. We got a very good crowd out here. Let's get into it. So I want to thank everyone. I know you have a choice in your FOMC Chair Powell streaming, experiences, but we are at what I just named the official FOMC live stream. We did it first. Everyone copied us. That's fine. And we continue to do it. I've been doing it for years. I really do love that you guys come out, bring the energy for these. Realistically, these tend to be nothing burgers, but nothing burgers can be delicious too. We try to make these a little fun, just make them, have some laughs, make it a little interesting, try to tune in and really pick out any kind of alpha that we can get from these speeches. We have some experience doing it. We do it as a crew, as a group, and I look forward to this one. We did not have one last month. These aren't every month. There's like 9 of them a year. For some reason, they skip like three or four a year. So we haven't had one since March. Let's start with this. First things first. At 2 p.m., the interest rate decision will come in. For whatever reason, they publish this at 2 p.m. We have a tradition of Googling it, trying to get the interest rate first and put it in chat. I'll remind you guys when that comes. That's at 2 p.m., so we got about 20 minutes. Chair Powell himself, Jerome Powell, joins us at 2:30 p.m. and these are marked on our charts here, where he will deliver the statement that is given out at 2 p.m. I don't make the rules. I don't know why they do it this way. This is just the way they do it. And so at 2:30 he'll join us. We'll speak live. Typically speaks for about 15 minutes and then takes about an hour maybe of questions after. So let's talk about what everyone is joined in here for today. What's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? I have been talking for months. I think we are honestly closer to a hike than a cut. I say that without really thinking we're going to get a hike. I say that simply to show you that I do not believe that a cut is close. I don't. We may have new data. Chair Powell maybe they found the data for once. Maybe they'll be able to weigh in a little bit more. But probability markets and probability sites that do a pretty good job of this have basically just ranked out any kind of change here today. There is something interesting on our Fed probability calculator here. What you'll notice is at the moment, we are giving it a 95% chance of no change. That's probably what's going to happen. At this point, it has a 5% of a 25 BPS cut. So here's what's interesting, though, and this is important. Just yesterday, literally 24 hours ago, and to my knowledge, almost every day before that for the last month, pretty much, we have seen this at almost 100% probability of no change. And in just 24 hours, that has somehow, for some reason, maybe some data came in, maybe I've been sleeping, maybe something came in, but in the last 24 hours, that 0.6% probability of a 25 BPS cut has bumped up about 10x to 5%. That is meaningful. There is something going on there. There is some reason that market participants are all of a sudden not saying it's going to happen, but kind of moving it from off the table to on the table. And that is actually pretty big. That is something to pay attention to. So what else should we be looking for today? If not an interest rate cut, why are we here, Tom? We're here for the lulls, fam. We're here for the chat and the jokes and the taking hits and the shut the doors and the F your puts. No, we're here because there's actually other information that we may get that might be equal to an interest rate cut or something of that like when it comes to trading and volatility and goodness for our assets and preferably crypto and Bitcoin. And what that is essentially twofold right now. One, in March, when the notes came out, so they released the notes a week later, 2 weeks later, which is essentially the behind closed doors discussion of what they announced at the FOMC meeting. Well, the notes after March's had some really interesting rhetoric in them, some interesting, not so usual comments on trade policy and specifically tariffs. Now, the Fed, believe it or not, I don't care if you don't believe it or not, does an incredibly good job at staying non-political or staying non-partisan. They stick to their lane. They do the job that's assigned to them. When that job is changed, as we've seen it change over the years, they adapt. And they do a great job. We have seen Jerome Powell sit in front of Congress for maybe 24 hours total over the years, being grilled by Congress, every question, basically saying, could you point the finger at the other side of the aisle? And not once have I ever seen him do that. I've only ever seen him stick to the Fed's job, keep in his lane, and do the best job that he can to get things done. It is interesting that the notes included talk about trade policy and tariffs. I think the logical conclusion here is that it's on their mind. It's on their mind. It is an uncertainty in the future, and they're going to adapt as the climate adapts as well. So any talk, any comments on trade policy or tariffs could be pretty big, could be some very interesting forward-looking information. Outside of that, because I don't actually think that that's super likely today. Maybe in the notes in a week, maybe we'll hear a little bit more about that. We'll see. But I don't think we'll really hear about that today. What we very well could hear about, that would be, I would say, equal to, or in some scenarios, bigger than an interest rate cut, would be quantitative easing and quantitative tightening. The Fed's balance sheet. We have heard about this for months and months and months. It's become a centerpiece of these discussions. And essentially, this is the Fed imagining and unimagining money out of the economy. That's the easiest way to put it, I'll say. We have seen quantitative tightening being restrictive policy, which is in general not great for number go up markets. We've seen that roll back. In the last meeting, the Fed lowered the amount of tightening that they were doing monthly from 30 billion to 5 billion, not counting mortgage-backed securities. So there is about another 30 billion a month, but pretty significantly reduced that. Over the last few Fed meetings, we have heard talk about pretty unanimously from the Fed members that they expect quantitative tightening to end and potentially begin quantitative easing, potentially, in mid-2025. That is this year. It is May. It is the 5th month of this year. We are pretty damn in the middle of this year. I would not be surprised to get an update on the quantitative tightening and easing schedule. Maybe a more refined, specific date of when we can expect that and how much we can expect and etc. Where was I? That is the big points. I think those are like the things to listen to, is the forward guidance and the quantitative tightening and easing, aka like Fed balance sheet talk. There's something really cool. I haven't seen many posts about this. I guess I accidentally closed it. Semi-related, though this is more Treasury than this is actually Fed. There's a lot of misinformation about this right now. I'm not going to get into it. But I'm going to say this. The M2 money supply for the U.S. from the Federal Reserve, a number we get directly from them, updated April 22nd, I believe. So only a week or two ago. We finally have a new piece of data, or a new month data, on our M2 supply. This lags behind, as you can tell. This is just March. It's already May. We don't have a number for April, but it just updated and it did something very, very interesting. This chart is very old, and just now, as of April 22nd, as of this most recent update, we see a new all-time high in the M2 money supply, breaking past 2022's all-time high for for 3 years, 35 months, just under 3 years. We had seen money flow make a rare slowdown, a very rare slowdown. As you can see, all the way back to 1950, money supply has really only gone up. It has some divots, some chill, kind of sideways movement, but we saw an actual contraction of M2 over the last 3 years. And as of April 22nd, even though this is March's, so technically this happened in March, as of April 22nd, it is now public knowledge that the US's M2 supply is at an all-time high. I'm not even going to tackle this right now. It is related. It is interesting. I really just noticed this maybe a few days ago. I just want to share with you guys in this context. This is big stuff. You can see all moons start here. This was written here, I want to say a year, 2 years ago. And finally, we are at that mark. So that is pretty damn spicy. I'm not going to lie. Let's get into how much time I got. It's 1:50. Wow. Time is flying, boys. I'm sorry. I got more to say before we get to this. Everybody out there, I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I love you. Keep engaging with the live stream. Please vote in the poll, subscribe, share the stream out, make it fun. Just do your shenanigans. I'll get to you guys soon. Let's rip through this here. So every FOMC I have the same morning. We are a trading channel. We love trading on this channel, but we don't usually, or we never encourage trading on this day. We have followed FOMCs for years, and essentially we see the exact same thing happen almost every time, with little exception. The result of it is basically everyone getting stopped out or liquidated. Taking a leverage position today is extremely risky. Markets can become extremely volatile, and I'm about to show you kind of what I mean here. Let's say that you know what direction the market's going. Let's say it's going up. It doesn't really matter. You know what direction the market's going, so you take a trade today on leverage. What we tend to see, Bitcoin, I'll say, was moving down into the interest rate decision. Okay. What we tend to see is the direction that price is moving tends to reverse when the interest rate decision comes out initially at 2 p.m. So let's say starts moving back up. By the time 𝐻𝐸 speaks, we see it again reverse and usually ends up roughly about where it started. So the result of this is, you know the direction. Let's say you know it's going up. You bet up. You end up getting stopped out anyway. You don't typically have a good ride. We see the market punish longs and shorts before basically it's resuming where it was. Please be careful. Please be careful today. If you are trading, you can use my exchange links in the video description below. There's many of them, no KYC options. But I do caution you, even though I benefit when you guys trade on my links, I caution you, please don't lose your hats. I can't hold your hand. I can't tell you what, or I can't make you not do it. But please, just at least be careful. Practice caution. Let's see. All right, we have 10 minutes until this decision is in. So what we're going to do at 2 p.m. and going into 2 p.m., we're going to get our tabs open and we're going to look for this interest rate decision where we can find it first. This is always a good time. Basically, I ask everyone to Google, Bing, Yahoo search, whatever you're doing, ask ChatGPT, even though I don't think that's a good way to do it. When you see it, put it in the chat. You have to name a source, see who can do it first. Challenge has been put out there. We got a few minutes. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? No, I think we're pretty good here. I think we're pretty good. I'll play the song one more time. Let me pull up the chats and refresh them, see where you guys are at. We got a few minutes to shoot the shit, see what you're looking at. I'm assuming you're looking at Bitcoin dominance. If you're a crypto fan in here, on a ripper, continuing higher. Turns out the bull run was just Bitcoin dominance. All right, give me a sec. Let me refresh these chats. Say hello. Let me see who's in the hizzy today.
Chairman Powell, money machine going bird. Chairman Powell, he ain't playing, this a blur. Gotta follow the data, ain't no time to err. Watch him speak now with that Tom Crown flair. Yeah, Chairman, he's the captain of the crew. Navigating through the markets, knowing what to do. Federal Reserves in control, making moves. Keeping that money flowing so the economy can groove. Chairman Powell, making paper every hour. Chairman
What's up,
Powell,
boys?
he got that money power. Data on his side, watch him rise and devour. Yeah, he's the chairman of the board, making moves that empower.
What is up, my boy Steve? I see Optical Art in the chat. I'm sure his family, his community here as well. By the way, guys, can we send our good energy and prayers and vibes and thoughts? Can we send them to Steve and his family right now? I'm not gonna share any information. Just every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. Just send them good vibes over there. We can do that as a community. Can do some good stuff. What's up, Hendrik, John Doe, Chaka, Raw, Dogan? Nice name, man. Esteban, what's up? Costu Gavali asking about being a profitable trader, risking prop firm. Yeah, probably not going to get to that comment today. Join us on Friday when it's a little more chill, a little bit more relaxed. We'll get into more of those questions. What's up, Michael Janix Hendricks? How you doing, man? Positive energy sent. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's up, Pickle, Tom G, Con Long, Steve? Hello, Karen. How you doing, Karen? Petro, Daniel. Do those glasses come in men's? No, they only make them in Chads. And I'm sorry, you're just not going to be able to, they're not going to fit you. They only come in Chads. Burn. Anyway, thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. Yes. Tap the screens, likes, shares, subscribes, help hype it up. We have a few minutes here until the interest rate decision is in, and then just a little bit more until Powell joins us. It's going to be a good time. These are always even better when they don't have one the month before, because it's like built up Powell energy. There was some very, I'd say some very hawkish, kind of bearish tones in the minutes. Oh no, more than one ingestion serves using the primary URL. Send one stream to the primary. I'm so confused. We've been getting the weirdest YouTube things. I might have to close, Damn. I'm gonna have to close the short stream. Hate to do it, guys. If you're over on the short stream, join us on the main one. There's something weird going on. YouTube is saying the connection is poor because we have, I guess it's setting them to the same stream keys. I don't know. That shouldn't be possible. I'm gonna end the mobile stream. Join us on the main one. Be a good time. Oh, wow. I'm glad I noticed that. Oh, yeah, that's a good catch. Damn, we have a bunch of viewers over there, too. Hopefully you join us on the main one. Hopefully that fixes the main one. All right.